back to the stream. I'm LB Hackemup. We're back playing TTRPGs. I'm excited to be here. We got a premiere episode of our new Monster of the Week game called Night Classes. It's gonna be a good old time. But before we get into it, we're gonna go around and have everybody say who they are and who they're playing tonight. Starting, of course, with Simon.
Hello, everybody. I am the Indoor Adventurer, he, him, and tonight I shall be playing as Wyatt McCreary. He is the expert of this group. Both of you see him.
Oh, that's my turn. I'm paying attention. Hi, I'm Rachel. You can find me here on Twitch Visuals with. Tonight I am playing Opal Stone, the Chosen.
Lord.
I
Not me.
go next, Alex.
Shut it down. Start it over.
Start it over.
Oh, we're gonna do another take. Okay.
All right, here we go.
And action.
Oh, you're rolled away. Oh no. Hi, everybody. I'm Savvy or Van. You can find me on the internet at Savvy Seaworth, streaming here on Sunday nights and then over on twitch.tv/game nights during the rest of the week. Tonight, I am playing Chloe, who is the Hex.
Hello. It's me, Alex. And tonight in this game, I am playing Leon Lancaster, who is the Initiate.
And that's me. Hi, everyone. I'm Val. You can find me at the Kraken's Crown looking around the internet. Tonight, I'm going to be playing Folan, who is the Gumshoe. Sorry to find my sheet. That's me.
And I'm LB Hackemup. I will be your game mistress, your keeper of secrets and mysteries and monsters for this evening. This is, again, the first episode, so we don't have a recap to do. But we are going to get straight into it with a little bit of a monologue that I will probably mess up a lot, so enjoy. Our tale begins on Monday, October 4th, 2004, in Morrisville, Vermont. This small town in the eastern United States sits quiet in the pre-dawn calm of this cold fall morning. The campus of Pine Hills Academy, a fairly prestigious private college, rests in the Golden Hills just over the river and through the woods. The light from the cafe's cafe illuminates. The sign above the door reading Common Grounds blinks its neons as it comes to life. Soon, students carrying their razor phones tucked away in their low-rise jeans will crunch through the leaves in their tan Ugg boots as they hustle to their morning classes. The campus will be filled with chatting people carrying their copies of the newly released The Da Vinci Code mixed in with their textbooks. They will be making plans to go see Shaun of the Dead at the local movie theater or check out the newly released graphic novel, The Walking Dead, at the local comic book shop. But for now, this dormant campus sits in silence, and its sleeping students rest comfortably in their blissful ignorance of what really lies in the dark. If they knew of the monsters and the spells, the terrors and the teeth, in the world just out of view, could they lay so comfortably in their dorms? One student, lacking any such ignorance, begins his day with a favor. Wyatt McCreary unlocks the front doors to the school library. The head librarian, Abby Roan, has asked him to get things set up for her while she has an appointment. Indoor, would you give us a description of Wyatt?
Yeah, sure can, ma'am. Wyatt McCreary stands about 5'8", a little bit of stubble on his face, kind of a short mess of brown hair, and vibrant, verdant green eyes. Right now, because it is rather cold outside, he is currently wearing a thick flannel, kind of like a little bit of a worker's jacket over it. It's not like a Carhartt kind of thing, or not like a Letterman's jacket, closer to a Carhartt.
Mm-hmm.
He's got weathered light blue Levi jeans on. And he's wearing a set of Red Wing boots underneath that are sort of a deeper brown as well. More of an earthy brown for the most part. Has a backpack. Doesn't really have a whole lot of books in it for the most part. That's why he works at the library, because then the building holds all the books that he needs. And he is just kind of excited to be here. he enjoys working at the library. He enjoys, especially this early moment. Libraries are quiet, reverent places, which is why he enjoys being able to set up his phone to play like 30 seconds of a Creed song at a time. He can't fit the whole song on there, and he paid the like $1.50 for the ring back tone, and he's gonna get all of the mileage out of that he can.
Wonderful, thank you. Wyatt starts to make his way into the building. All the lights are off except for the emergency lights at the edges of the doorways. The red illuminates and gives off a dull light into the building. There are stacks of dark books in these rows and columns of bookshelves that kind of make their way through this very large space. As he moves through and begins to turn on the lights, a little bit of movement catches Wyatt's eyes over in the section of books that has all of the foreign language novels. What would you like to do?
Wyatt will take the books that he has with him, and he'll set them down on a cart. He'll make sure that they are like, if there are other books, he's gonna like quickly sort them as he puts them down, so that way he doesn't have to make more work for himself later. And he is going to approach. Does he know, or would I know? Is this like, does this look like an eerie glow, or could this possibly be like electronics?
The movement was a shape.
Oh, movement was a shape.
The glows from the lights are very dull. They're from the exit signs.
Okay. Yeah, he'll just start approaching the movement and just, well, ain't nothing to fear. Whatever you are, you can come on out.
Yeah, as you make your way around, you see you're still about 30 yards away from this section, and as you kind of get a better angle and shift over, you see a dark figure that is sort of up. The top of it hits the top of the bookshelves. It is a very tall being, and as you see it coming into better light, it seems to be reaching out and touching something on the shelf. And as it does, it kind of slides down, and you can see it turn. And as it turns, the form comes into a little bit better shape as you're walking. There is a sort of a wide brim, a taller collar. The form seems to be wearing something that goes almost to the floor. And as it turns, you see a little bit of blue light illuminating onto the wall next to it. And as you approach further, it shifts very quickly and moves towards the back door.
Wyatt will he'll sprint after it. He'll start running for it.
All right.
And he'll say, you really can't just take that. You kind of need to check it out, my friend. And he's gonna try and chase down this beast. What do I need to roll for it?
No rolls necessary. You are
okay.
As you make your way to it, you see it going towards the back door, and as it does, the light illuminating the sign and the light on the emergency exit goes out, and it pushes the door open, once again turning to the side to look back at you, and you can see a protruding muzzle coming from its face is a muzzle. Should be clarified. And it as the lips sort of part, you see all these sharp teeth, and the eyes are very like an egg, robin egg blue, sort of glowing. And as it looks back, it blinks once, looking at you without malice, but it gives you sort of a nod, looks back to the bookshelf where it just was, and then disappears into the night as the door closes again.
Wyatt'll rush to the door and like throw it open. Does he see anything, or is it just like parking lot's empty?
Yes, yeah. So as you open the door, the lights that usually illuminate the parking lot were out and then begin to blink back to life as you see the light above the door that says alarm will sound if you open the door on the door, and then the exit light illuminates again.
So quickly shut the door so
Yeah.
that way the alarm doesn't trigger, and just all right. And he'll like start walking back over to the shelf where this book was taken from. Like, he's worked at this library now going on
Yeah.
2 years. Like,
It
try
doesn't
and
look
figure
like
out what it's missing.
Yeah, it doesn't look like the creature took anything, but it did leave behind a fairly muddy print upon a book.
I'll take the muddy printed book. What book is it?
It is this, I'm going to butcher it. I will send it to you. It is Ultra Umstride. It's a German book by R.L. Stein. Well, it's an American book then turned into a German
Val, hit us with that
copy.
good German pronunciation.
please.
What?
Hold on.
I don't even.
I'm printing it and I'm putting it in night classes. I immediately
Albtraumstunde?
Sure.
Albtraumstunde by R.L. Stein.
Yeah. And as you if you like, you can investigate a mystery about this.
Yeah.
Albtraumstunde. Yeah.
I realized as soon as I'm sorry, investigating a mystery is going to be a sharp roll, please.
Okay.
I sometimes forget that I can't pronounce foreign words, any words that are other than English at all, and I put them in there, and then I'm like, oh, shit.
Why did I do this to myself?
Yeah.
Okay. That is going to be 4 plus sharp. That's a 12.
Awesome. So that is amazing. On a 10 plus, hold 2. So pull up. I'll pop this out for you guys. There are 2 questions. You can ask 2 questions from this list. You can ask a different question if you find something more applicable. But yeah.
Okay.
Not gonna.
What sort of creature is this? I'm guessing from the muzzle, it's some kind of like a lichen, like a lycanthrope or something, or maybe it's,
Yeah. So
no.
from what you know about lichens, it seems to fit a lot of the bill of having a canine-like muzzle, fur on its face, large teeth, but you are not aware of any lichens that have glowing blue eyes or wear clothes. As you could see, as you were looking at it, it was wearing a trench coat and a hat.
Yeah, that was kind of the curious part, was that normally they, it's all about the clothes come off.
And yeah, they're more of a mindless being. This seemed to be very intelligent.
All right, well,
wear clothes.
What is it? I guess what is being concealed here?
Yeah, absolutely. So, you kind of look at the book, and as you start to maneuver it into your hands, you see inside there is a little clipping, a picture that has been taken out of the yearbook. It is a gentleman who is wearing football attire from the Knights. He's got brown hair and a trimmed brown beard, smiling, just the happiest boy, the goodest boy, if you will. And underneath it has his name, and it just says, no, you already told me, Leon Lancaster.
Shit. And this looks like a more recent clipping?
Yeah, probably from last year's paper or
Huh.
something like that. And as you flip the page over, on the back, in a fairly legible and clear handwriting, it says, "The key. Find the sword."
Is it the key, separate line, find the sword? The key,
Mhm.
comma, find... Okay.
Are any of these capitalized?
Yeah, so the key, find the sword is capitalized.
Yeah, I think Wyatt will kind of take the picture of Leon and tuck it into like a front shirt pocket.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to continue setting up the library, and then he's going to do some investigating of his own. Such as this dude Leon. I don't know if Wyatt and Leon have any kind of history, but Wyatt is going to put Leon Lancaster's name into the student database of people who have used the library, and he's going to do some investigating once things open up.
Awesome. All right, thank you very much. As you do that, further on into the campus, Folin, where does Folin live?
Folin lives at home with his dad's apartment.
Okay. Close to campus or off
Yeah, I
campus?
imagine pretty close to campus, probably walking distance, which is
Yeah.
still there.
I'm assuming first thing in the morning, Folin is probably still up from last night, or
Yeah, I think there's probably a couple of there's probably a mostly finished case of Mountain Dew, Code Red, of course, next to his desk, and he's big bags under his eyes as he's still working on his computer.
All right. As you are doing this, the light from the computer, the only light in the room, I'm assuming, illuminating your face. You get
LED. The flashing LED lights weren't invented back then, so there was no other source of lighting for a hacker's room.
You get a private message on your MySpace page, because Facebook is not a thing. I do have a question. What is the song that plays on Folin's MySpace page?
Oh god, it's definitely a Green Day song.
Meteora by Linkin Park just came out in 2003. I'm just throwing that one out there.
That's also good.
You could have Breaking the Habit. It'd be great.
The one thing I don't have open is a list of songs, but sure, we'll go with Linkin Park. I have so many other things.
I'm sorry. Okay, you get a private message that says you have to
Know
check...
Your Enemy. Know Your Enemy, Green Day. That's out already, right?
There you go. Sure. I believe you. A message that says you have to check this out, and it's a link to a video.
Damn it, 2009. Okay, no, we'll go with Linkin Park. Sorry.
It's important.
Okay, so I got a video on video link
Yes.
on my MySpace. From who?
One of your online companions, one of your friends, one of your hacker friends.
Okay, cool. All right.
Hey, LB, what's the hacker friend's username?
Yo, please.
Dark Dog 1567.
Oh,
okay.
shit.
Damn. Dark Dog only reaches out to me when it's really important. I of course check out the link.
All right, you click on the link, and it is a super blurry, it must have been recorded on someone's phone, video of you hear, like, you see the floor, like the corner, and you hear someone go, all right, I'm gonna go prank my roommate, it's gonna be hilarious, okay? All right, cool. And then you see the camera kind of pans up, and you see the door to a dorm. The lights are on in the hallway, as most time they are in dorms, and you see the person open up the door, and they start to say something, and you see a clear image for about 4 frames. And as you sort of watch it for the first time, you're not quite sure what you see. You see the bed and the light from the hallway coming in, and the person laying, and there seems to be like something on the person's stomach. And as those 4 frames pass, then you hear the person on the phone who is holding the camera start to freak out and go, "Holy shit!" and they turn on the lights real quick, and you see a little bit of movement as the camera is shaking, and as they do, the lights turn on and you don't see anything on the sleeping individual. There's a little, if you watch it again, there's a little sort of white blur up in the top corner as it goes out of frame. It is a very blurry video. Again, early 2000s video technology on phones. But you see your dark dog will then message you, this is near you, right? ? And on the link to the video, it states that it is at the college. This was taken at the college.
Yeah, just response could be. I'll check it out. And it's gonna try to. It's essentially gonna rip the video onto a video player and see if you can like boost the contrast on it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe get a better view of what's going on in the video.
Yeah, I think this might be an investigative mystery.
That sounds right. Do I have anything for this?
It's a good question.
Okay, well, I get here's a movie. I guess you can tell me whether this be appropriate. I have the move Occult Confidential. The first time in each mystery that you observe a monster, minion, or phenomenon in action, you may ask one question from the investigative mystery list without.
Sure, just for free.
Yeah.
Would you like to use that now?
Yeah, if this is my first time seeing it, then yeah, that
absolutely.
Then I don't have to rely on my terrible rolls. Yeah, and I think the one that seems most appropriate is what sort of creature is it?
Okay. Yeah, you isolate, you raise the contrast, you adjust it, and sort of like go frame by frame. And as you move through, you see a dark figure that is sort of illuminated. When it is illuminated by the light, there is a movement. It seems whatever it is hunched over. It has long, spindly arms. It is dark, but as in one of the frames that is the clearest, you can see that it almost has like textured skin, like fur, not maybe fur, or like reptile-y, sort of skin. And then in that frame, oddly enough, it looks like it's wearing some sort of like. It looks like it's wearing a typical Mickey Mouse, like flat brim, pointy hat. And as that frame sort of moves away, it looks at the camera for a moment. Face, very weird facial features, but 2 eyes, a mouth, and a pointed nose. And then the camera shakes. And you kind of isolate. There seems, the best you can guess, there is a small white butterfly that is flying out of frame.
Okay. Lizard-like creature with a brimmed pointy hat? Is that like the...
Yes.
Like Sorcerer's Apprentice hat? Or...
Yes.
Okay. That's what I'm just making sure that I'm getting the gist
hunched,
of... Okay.
A very poorly postured... reptile-like skin, kind of ugly-looking mofo with long, spindly arms, and a wizard hat on. That is correct.
And then a small white butterfly. Okay. That's separate from the creature.
There is one in frame. Yes, that's the other thing.
That's
that,
there's okay, all right.
Yes.
Just want to make sure it didn't have like
Not
a butterfly
connect.
tattoo or something. Okay.
Not that you can see, but you can't
Okay.
see its lower back, so you're not sure.
Okay. Yeah, Folan takes a couple of screenshots, like stills of the creature and the butterfly, and we'll just save those away into a new case file on his computer.
And you can see that in this picture and through your, however long you take, there is a room number on the door, and it's just 204.
And this looks like a dormitory?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but I don't have anything to identify like which dormitory.
Correct.
Okay. We'll probably try to get any sort of metadata he can from the video itself, to confirm like a time. And I don't know if at this point metadata would include location, unless it was recorded on something that had some sort of GPS. If it was recorded on a phone. But yeah, we'll look for something like that.
Sounds good. And as you do that, the morning begins to pass. People are getting up, getting ready for classes. We'll go with Leon. You are, where do you live? Where does Leon live?
I think we determined that he lives in the frat house, as yet to be determined frat house, with most of the rest of the football team.
Okay. You start to get yourself ready for the morning. Hello, Simon. And you get a beep on your pager that is from your coach. And it says, it gives you a number to call, which is how pagers work. Sorry, think for a second. It gives you a number to call, which you know to be not the head coach, the guy under him.
The assistant coach?
The assistant coach. I was like the prime minister, the vice president,
the prime
vice
minister
coach.
of football.
The prime minister. Yeah, it's very important. So they ask you to give him a call.
All right. Leon doesn't question why, coach didn't just text him or call him on his cell phone, but pulls out the cell phone and no, he probably has the coaches on various speed dials, and so dials the assistant coach.
Okay. You get an answer. He says, good morning, my boy. We've got something for you to look into. If you have time before your classes or after this morning, before practice, we'd like you to go speak to Ellen Dillon. She reported she saw a weird figure on campus, and we'd like you to look into it.
Okay. Is this something that I should get some of the other teammates, or is this solo practice?
Solo practice. Should be fairly cut and dry. Just get the incident, and she'll be at her dorm is on Morris Hall, room 113.
Okay. Am I allowed to go over into the girls' side of the dorm?
I'm sure you can charm your way in. During the day, there you can cohabitate within the female dorms.
Okay, good to know. Just making sure. I would hate to get kicked off the team for trespassing where I'm not supposed to be.
Of course. You're a good boy.
All right, anything else, Coach?
That's it.
All right, have a good day, Coach.
Click.
Double was writing some of that down onto. He probably just no had the thought maybe was going to be writing down into his hand, but no, has a notepad. Double checks the information, tears off the page, tucks it into a pocket. Oh gosh, let's see. Yeah, is probably going to jog over to Morse Hall, and try and take care of this before work, or not before class, or at least see if Ellen is in.
Yeah, can you describe what Leon is wearing?
He is probably in school.
What he looks like, sorry.
Yeah, so yeah. He's a big boy. Is I think I've decided that he is a linebacker on the team. So
big boy.
Yeah, big boy. Tall and large. As you said in the photo that we saw earlier, has some brown hair. At least back then, had a beard that was very neatly trimmed for picture day. Since it's not picture day, the beard is a little bit more. It's not like full mountain man, but it is not as well kept. But yeah, and in terms of what he's wearing, he's got like school colored sweatsuit on. Probably got the Knights logo on it. Yeah, and of course he's got just a giant water bottle that he carries around with him. Got to stay hydrated.
All right, you make your way onto campus. Opal and Chloe, you guys are on campus getting yourselves to your first class of the day. You have a little bit of time to stop at Common Grounds if you'd like. But your first classes are in the main. Well, Opal's an anthropology student. Chloe, what was your major?
Biology.
So you guys can walk for a bit before, if you'd like to meet up together and walk to class, get coffee, something like that before. Yeah. It's about, I would say, like 9 o'clock at this, 9:15 maybe, as you're heading to your classes. Why don't you guys give me a description of your characters and what they're wearing?
I can go.
Go ahead.
I wrote one.
Yeah.
I'm prepared today, fam. Opal is about 5'7" in all legs, and she moves with a ballerina's grace. She has dark shoulder-length hair, but the front is streaked with purple as a result of a night with her best friend Chloe that started with, oh my god, it would be a really good idea. Today she has on a baby blue crop top tee. Her ab muscles are on display. There's a pearl necklace, as the pearl is the jewel of her sorority, ripped flared hip hugger jeans, and white pointy boots that poke out underneath. There's a chunky white belt and a skinny scarf that's not really doing anything for the cold weather. A white leather jacket finish off her very fashionable ensemble. She has a small white Louis Vuitton logo shoulder bag, and there's one headphone in her ear, and the wire goes into her pocket.
All right.
The opposite.
Mm-hmm.
The complete opposite. Chloe has sort of very like straight, dark hair, bangs, big glasses, really dark makeup. She's very pale. Is the thing they have in common, I think, is that they wear clothes that probably aren't doing them much of a favor in the cold weather. Mm-hmm. Chloe has on a long black trench, but underneath it has an Evanescence shirt from their very first album, Fallen, nice. But that she's like cut and like tied up, and there's just like very little of it that's actually left except for like the logo. Mm-hmm. Big black trip pants, lots of buckles, and black boots,
pockets for
and
days.
A black messenger bag.
Of course. God, this is just me. This was me
and
in
has
2004.
And also has headphones on, but has like the big cans, but it's like popped off of the ear that is on Chloe's side. I think she looks down and like pulls a little iPod and just like looks at Opal. I have a new song for you.
I have a new album for you.
They trade. I imagine.
Yep. She hands over her iPod. And the first thing that Chloe hears is Lala by Ashley Simpson.
Okay. The first thing that Opal hears is Helena by My Chemical Romance.
Yeah!
Which just came out like last month.
Mm-hmm.
Like a couple of weeks ago. I'm pretty sure.
Time to change your whole personality.
Came out that year. It's kind of what their friendship is like.
Just trading things back and forth. And it fits.
I have to go to the library. Wyatt's supposed to be finding another book for me.
I can come with you. My class doesn't start until 10.
Okay.
Cool. You guys start making your way across, sort of into the more like the main common area as you cross to get to the library. And as you do, you see Opal. You see a familiar figure, Marianne, a friend from the cheer squad. She sort of sees you and waves. She's not part of the sorority. She is an RA on campus. But she kind of waves to the two of you and says, "Oh my God, Opal! Hey, I was just going to get some coffee. I see you guys already got some. Are you coming to cheer practice this weekend? I know we're not in. Oh no, they are in season, aren't they? In October?
I mean, football goes until December.
Cool. That was a dumb question for a cheerleader. She just, it's just a.
Do we have practice today?
Do we have practice tonight?
No, tomorrow at 4.
Okay. I always get confused. They give me a sheet and I always reference it. It's on my calendar, but like in the moment, hard to remember. Hi, you're Chloe?
This is Chloe.
Yes. Hi.
Hi.
Cool. So where are you guys going? What are you off to?
The library.
Oh, really? You got up early to go to the library?
Yes.
I guess midterms are in a couple weeks. It's probably a smart idea to get studying, huh?
Yeah. Well, we've got classes in a little bit, and we've got to stop at the library to pick something up, so...
Okay. As you kind of say this to her, she kind of gets a little bit shoulder checked by a girl who looks very disheveled, dark curly brown hair, glasses. She's kind of hunched over holding her books, and she kind of does like a little spin as she hits her, and obviously Marianne kind of looks over and it's like, oh, and the girl looks up at her. She's, I'm so sorry. I gotta go to class. She's like, Marianne goes, oh, it's okay. It's fine. And then the girl moves off and she kind of looks at the two of you and just goes, if school ever hits me that hard, just take me out.
Well, I mean...
Chloe opens her mouth, starts to say something, shuts it.
Well, midterms get to the best of us.
Right. Okay, well, have a good time at the library.
Yeah, I'll see you at practice tomorrow.
All right. And Leon, you are heading onto campus. You are going towards Morris Hall. Folan, what are you doing about 9:15? Do you have any morning classes? Are you going back to sleep? What's the plan? You investigating?
Folan has no morning classes. Folan is a junior, would have definitely gotten those all off of his schedule at this point.
Fair.
Yeah, I think after is probably running a few search programs right now, and finally hits a point where he realizes he needs to sleep. So sets an alarm for like an hour and crashes on his bed, or at some point in the morning crashed on his bed after scrolling through. I think pulls out his the Nokia N-Gage QD and shoots a quick text to Chloe and just says, "Going to bed now. I've got something cool to show you later."
He just
TTYL.
He just sends back like a less than 3.
All right.
Thumbs
All
up
right.
emoticon.
So Leon, you're heading into campus. You're passing through the common area. Wyatt has stepped away for a moment. But as Opal and Chloe sort of turn away from their friend, Wyatt, you've found out that who Leon is and what his schedule is. Is this something that you would pursue very quickly, or would you?
I don't think that Wyatt would necessarily pursue it directly. Like, just knowing that, like, okay, this guy's at our school. I do know his schedule, but there's no guarantee that we'll run into each other, kind of thing. Like, I know his schedule and I know what classes he'll go to, but if I don't share a class, do we share a class?
No.
Okay, yeah, then I think that Wyatt would, yeah, I think that he would just kind of just be thinking on it, you know?
Cool.
Like, I don't think that he would act upon it, but he's more just like Leon Lancaster.
Abby is... Abby relieves you of your duty and sends you off to your classes, and you're walking through the commons very oddly at the same time as the other 3. And as, again, Opal and Chloe, you step away from Marianne, you hear a tire screech and hear a thud. As you turn to look and see the disheveled girl has just been hit by a car and is laying in the road.
Wyatt is rushing that direction for sure.
Leon, you are also there you hear this
God.
and witness it.
Leon is also over there, and he is like a freight train.
Pushing your way
Opal
through.
sprints in that direction.
Oh, okay.
You all move in, and the driver of the car kind of gets out. It's like, oh my God, she just walked into traffic. I didn't even see her. I would say, Wyatt, you get there first and kind of like roll her over and move the hair out of her face. Her books are scattered everywhere. She's wearing a chunky sweater. There seems to be no sign of breath. She seems like she might be dead.
Yeah, Wyatt is he'll yell at whoever's nearby. Someone call 911. And then
point at someone and tell them to call 911.
Yeah. Not just like somebody do it. No, like it's like the first person.
Chloe.
There is a direct. Yeah, it happens to be Chloe. Just, I need you to. Hey, cuz, bad timing. I need you to call 911 for me, please. And then he will go and initiate. He will try and CPR.
Okay.
Chloe's wondering if she should intervene and do the CPR instead.
Wyatt's doing it competently. It's very, CPR in any regard is very intense, and as you
think she's probably the closest trained to do it, but she'll let him do it and then call 911.
You just hear him going, staying alive. I
like to think that Chloe taught him that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
To remember it.
Like years ago at a family gathering kind of thing. Like, for sure.
Like he had to take a first aid class and it just like wasn't sticking. She said, just sing a fucking song.
Wyatt, as you're doing this, you kind of see her shirt is shifting as you do it, and you are pushing very hard, but it seems to be a lot of softness in her skin, like almost like a bruised apple. You know how it's kind of just a little bit squishier, and you can see as her blouse is shifting, there's a significant bruise on her chest,
Yeah, she just got hit by a car.
Yeah, totes. And then as you continue to do this, there is no response from her. She is gone. Chloe, you are on the phone telling there's a very large crowd that has gathered. The ambulance is on the way. But this girl no longer has any breath. And Opal, over your shoulder, you just hear Mary Ann say, "Oh my God, Dana."
You know her?
Yeah, she's on my floor.
What, do you know her last name? She's like trying to corral all the crowd away from the spectacle that is.
Yeah, it's Sinister. It's her last name. God. She kind of like steps back and like doesn't really know what to do with herself.
Opal's gonna go and just like have her sit like on the curb or something for a second. Okay, stay right there. An ambulance is on the way. In her mind, she's like, not that it's going to appear to do any good. That person looks dead. Is the driver doing anything?
The driver's freaking out. Like you saw her. Like she just walked in to try. I tried to stop and it didn't. I'm trying to convince everyone that it wasn't his fault. The people who were like, yeah, I mean, like there are a lot of people who are just, yeah, she just walked into. She wasn't even looking where she was going. She was like a zombie.
Too soon.
Still just corralling people away.
The ambulance comes. The professionals take her away in the ambulance, but Wyatt and Leon, as you are kind of there, all of her books and everything are scattered around. She didn't come back and she didn't seem to be moving as they continued to do CPR on the way to the hospital.
Are there police?
Yep. Yes, the police have arrived. Campus police kind of pushed everybody away. For those of for Wyatt and Leon who are right on there, Wyatt, you kind of look up and see Leon is right. This person in the picture who you just found is right there. And you can kind of see all of the books that have been scattered around.
Yeah, I think Leon is just like almost absentmindedly just like, oh, just trying to pick up the books. And it's like, well, no one else is going to get them. So
I don't know. Is that evidence? Should we leave that? I don't like, is this a crime scene? Was this a crime?
Wait, should I not have touched these?
I don't know. I'm asking you, man.
I just didn't want anyone to slip on the books. We already had one accident here.
Wyatt, I think it's fine.
Okay, because I'm not, you know? It's been a doozy of a day.
It was an accident. I'm sure it's fine if you pick them up.
Okay, what's your name? Wyatt. And he'll extend his hand out to Leon, knowing full well who Leon is at this point.
Oh, I'm Leon, and kind of looks at Wyatt and then kind of looks around and it's like, oh, hi, Opal. Just like saying hi and realizing like, oh, there's someone that I know here.
Hi, Leon.
Well, this is feels weird to say exciting, but it's a busy Monday morning.
Usually much later in the day when I see a dead body. Wyatt, do you want to sit down?
Yeah, I'm I had my car for you earlier today, and it was I thought that was gonna get my heart going a little bit, but feeling a little shaky, to say the least.
Why don't you sit?
Yeah, sitting seems good.
Sits Wyatt down next to Marianne.
People who need to chill out, and he'll like immediately like extend his hand over.
Those two people like to talk to other people. Put them together. My work here is done. I call Folan.
Yeah, Marianne kind of puts a hand out and like,
Did you know her?
Yeah, she was on my floor.
Do you know who her roommate is?
Yeah, Ellen.
Does she have one? Ellen? Okay.
It was just
Ellen Dillon?
Yeah.
I was supposed to go talk to her about something for the football team.
Really?
Maybe deliver the football team news like secondary?
Oh my god. Am I gonna have to tell her what happened?
I can take care of that, Marianne, if you want.
No, they're my girls. I should be the one, I guess. I mean, we need to know that, you know, what happened. Maybe they'll get her back, right?
You can just tell Ellen that she went to the hospital.
Marianne, maybe you and I should go for a walk.
Okay. I'm sorry, what was your name?
Wyatt McCreary.
Wyatt. Okay. She kind of gets up and starts walking with you. Fallen, you get a phone
No more
call.
coffee today.
Puts a finger up. No promises.
Fallen, your phone rings. What's your ringtone?
God damn it, stop putting me on the spot with all these songs.
Is it different than your ring back tone?
Ironically, it's Dead on Arrival by Fall Out Boy.
Starts buzzing and ringing.
I now have a list up of popular pop punk songs from 2003, so I cannot go wrong.
Fair.
Phone starts ringing. That's the ringback tone. Regular ringtone is just a normal, like...
Mm-hmm.
Do 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 do. And picks up. Carrie, what's up?
There's a dead body on campus. Well, it was on campus. Now it's in an ambulance on the way to the hospital.
Sits right up. Did you get any pictures?
No. It's Opal's friend's dorm mate got hit by a car.
Where did this happen?
Wherever we are.
Are you okay?
I'm all right.
All right. What do you need me to do?
Nothing. I just wanted you to know.
All right. I'll head over. Are you with Opal right now?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'll be there in a few minutes.
Okay.
What happened to... How did they die?
Hit by a car.
Like a normal car?
As far as I can tell, it's a normal car.
They drive away?
No, they're still here.
All right. Sorry, I'm hearing hoofbeats, hearing zebras. It's been a morning.
Right, you had something you wanted to show me.
It can wait. I'll be on the way.
Okay.
Fallen gets up, pulls on a hoodie, and then a jean jacket or jean vest, and grabs their... We talked about modes of transportation before, and you were saying people could have cars. I don't want a car. I want a skateboard. Can I have a skateboard?
As long as it's a longboard.
No.
Okay, then you can have a normal skateboard.
No, I can't do tricks on a longboard heading across campus.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they're the skater boy in the song. Did you date Avril Lavigne?
Oh my god.
Goes ahead and zooms on over.
Okay. All right, Wyatt, are you gonna have a conversation with Marianne or just trying to calm her down?
A little bit of a conversation. I mean, the conversation is ultimately going to try and calm her down as well as Wyatt, because this girl just died in his arms. Like, she was shallow breathing, and he's sort of like, no, I don't know about you, but this is not exactly how I pictured today's events going on. It's been a little weird. from the get-go, and hopefully, this is about as weird as it gets.
Yeah, I should probably go to the hospital, right? I mean, I know she's been having problems sleeping, but that's pretty much everybody on our floor. I mean, except Becky.
Does Becky like sleep through anything kind of thing?
It's just like high energy sort of individual.
Ah, got it. My cousin's the exact same way. And he'll say, I'll tell you what, let's get like a nice like a tea or something, just like a hot beverage,
Yeah.
And then just kind of sit on this a little bit.
No, I really should go to the hospital.
Her family's probably going to be there. Anybody she listed as emergency contact is going to be there.
Yeah.
You feel like you're prepared to talk to them.
I mean, I met them on Parents' Day, but I'm supposed to be looking after these girls.
Hey, you can't control what's outside of your hands. You're captain of the cheer team. That means something.
Yeah.
You can do this, all right?
Okay. But I should go talk to the girls. I should let them know what happened. The ones that aren't in class.
I would recommend not doing one of those like group chat thingies, like person. Talk to them.
Yeah,
face
yeah,
to face.
yeah. Obviously. I'm gonna go. Thank you, Wyatt.
I wish we had met under better circumstances. It was a pleasure.
She kind of shuffles off. And as you make your way back, Opal, Leon, and Chloe, have you guys had a conversation in the meantime as Folan is making their way to campus?
I mean, Opal's just making sure the driver doesn't freak out and try to run away.
No, he's the police are talking to him at the moment, so he's fully engaged in conversation with them, and they're talking to witnesses and people around.
Weird that Coach asked me to go talk to the roommate of this girl, and now she's dead. What are the odds?
You do all your thinking out loud.
Oh, sorry. Sometimes it helps. Because my friends say there's not much up there, and so I have to hear the thoughts out loud. Otherwise, I'm not going to hear them.
Well, I'm glad you know that about yourself.
Well, I think we can all get an excused absence from our first class for being witnesses to an accident. Because I'm not going.
Yeah, I guess maybe not. Dang, I like my first class.
I mean, you can still go.
Can I?
If you want to, I'm just not going to go.
Okay. Well, I mean, my classes don't start until afternoon anyway, so I have time for training.
Wyatt, you make your way back.
Yeah, like you just see him like looking over his shoulder a little bit and just, I think Marianne is gonna be all right. She said she's gonna go to the hospital later and talk to the girl's family as well as the rest of the cheer squad. So I think I think that how's everyone else doing? If anybody else's first time with a dead body?
No.
I'm not surprised, cuz.
No.
I am a little bit surprised about that one, but I'm not going to push because that seems like a private matter.
You see Leon is intensely thinking and can't figure out if he's been around a dead body or not.
Look, all I'm saying is, I don't know how y'all process trauma, process grief. I get hungry when that happens. Does anybody else want to get a bite to eat? Leon, you look like you are a sizable eater. You play what? Like one of the linemen on the team?
Yeah. Second string, but one of the linebackers. Yeah.
You know what? A guitar has 6 strings, and it always sounds just as good. Second string ain't nothing to be ashamed of.
We don't have 6 strings on the football team. We only have like 3, sometimes 4, depending on what formations we're running.
Pats his back to say, you know what? Let's go get food. Let's go get some food. Meals on me.
Sure. Thank you.
My heart
folks really wanted me to go talk to the dead girl's roommate.
Yeah, you know what? How about that? I'll go with you, and then we can get food after.
Okay.
We'll
Sure.
wait for Folan, and then we can go get a table at the diner. Insert name here, whatever restaurant would be.
Would it be if
Just
it's
the
if the
food
college is the Knights?
hall.
Would it be the tavern, or the no? That might be for like the campus bar.
Yeah, the campus bar is the Green, or no, the Green Dragon is a ramen shop. You have Rock Art Brewery, which is in town.
Could be like a late night diner or something, like semi near campus, right?
Sure,
like...
yeah. It's
Waffle House.
The last
Waffle House.
No, we're not missing.
There's got to be like an Einstein Brothers or something.
Yeah,
right?
or you could go to the Last Bite, which is a
Pancake Casa.
Pancake
Casa.
Casa Pancake.
Crepe Casa.
It's a Mexican
Casa Crepes.
Look, we need to make a decision. Where are we going?
I'm just looking for a diner.
Yeah. The Last Bite, which is a mom and pop shop, right on the edge of campus, right before you have to go to the town. But it doesn't take Folan very long to get to campus. Probably about the time you guys are wrapping up talking, he can roll up.
Sick kickflip off the staircase and lands, flipping up the sticker on the bottom of the anarchy
Shrek.
sticker on the bottom of his skateboard. Yeah, there is a Shrek sticker. It's Shrek with an anarchy sticker.
You play any
layered
Tony
over
Hawk
it.
game in the universe. There's some
Is it
Shrek
the
in there
Shrek
somewhere.
S, but the cool S?
Yeah.
Yes.
So the cool S with the ogre ears.
Yes, exactly that. Comes rolling up to the party.
Doesn't look impressed.
Hey.
Never looks impressed.
Everyone, we've got a party going on here, don't we?
Oh, hi, Folan.
Leon, Wyatt, Chloe. I assumed that that Folan would know Opal because Opal is Chloe's friend. So,
yep.
Yeah, I mean, so it says hi to everyone. I just realized that I was gonna be like, "Oh, who are you?" And then I realized I know everyone here. I think. What's going on? Is everyone okay?
Okay is a strong word. I mean, a woman just died.
I heard you saw someone die.
Yeah, it was.
Was everyone here for that but me?
Yes.
So.
Wyatt was the one doing CPR until the
I really need to stop sleeping.
paramedics got here.
I'm telling you, Folan, you gotta get, a solid 7 or 8 hours uninterrupted.
I got 45 minutes. I'm good.
Leon tries to do the math.
Not enough.
Just like, oh, right. Folan.
How many calories do you have to eat a day? Should we order something to be ready when you get there?
Again, tries to do math.
Oh, are we getting food?
Mm.
Where are we going? Casa Crepe?
Diner.
Oh, all right.
We'll get you something.
Okay, thank you, Opal Shadow. Oh, sorry, I should probably learn your actual name. I always see you hanging around her, and I never knew your name, so that's just how I thought of you, because you're usually all in black.
Opal
Sorry.
Shadow is fine. My name's Chloe.
It's much easier to say than Opal Shadow. Hi, Chloe. I'm Leon.
Hi, Leon.
Smash cut. Diner.
Yeah,
Sitting in
smash
the
cut.
diner.
3 of us are at the diner. Smash cut. 2
Did you-
people are walking into a dorm.
This is more than
Yeah, I was
haven't
gonna
talked to
say-
people in a month.
So Wyatt and Leon are going to the dorm, and the rest of you are going to the diner.
Sure thing.
Yep.
Cool. All right. Well, let's start with Wyatt and Leon. But before we do that, we're going to take a little break. And we'll be back in 5 to 10. So make sure you get a beverage, get a snack, take your medication if you need to, and take a little breather walk around. We'll be back in 5 to 10. Bye. Hello, everybody. We're back. We have beginning of mystery moves that need to be rolled, and now's as good a time as any to do that. Who has to do some rolls?
Beginning of mystery roll. I
Yeah.
don't think I have one as the
I
Is it
got one.
just- Okay.
Mm-mm.
I do
got
not.
2 of us.
So
Destiny's
let's have.
Plaything.
Hell yeah. Ron should read what
Terrible.
it does.
At the beginning of each mystery, roll plus weird to see what is revealed about your immediate future. On a 10 plus, the keeper will reveal a useful detail about the coming mystery. On a 7 to 9, you get a vague hint about it. On a miss, something bad is going to happen to you.
A plus. All right. As you guys begin to make your way to the shop, to the diner, go ahead and make that roll.
Screw it, we'll just do it on the...
Might be pulling a 180 on our way to the diner.
Uh-huh. We'll see.
Please don't get hit by a car.
Uh-oh.
Did that go through?
Oh boy.
Fails the roll. Opal gets hit by a car.
Everyone's getting isekai'd.
It's
Mhm.
okay. I'll be fine. I'm the chosen one.
Yeah. Well, you literally cannot die, so...
You were
Uh,
the chosen.
Okay. See what's revealed about
Chosen
your...
by that man's 2003 Chevy something.
Impala.
Silverado.
That's actually the full name of the anime. Is that time I was chosen by that one guy's 2003 Silverado?
It's a short anime.
It's like
All
it's only
right.
like 3
One
episodes.
episode.
Art house, yeah.
All right. So
More of
you
a
guys...
short film.
Yeah, as you start making your way to walk to the diner, I'm gonna say, Opal, you stop, and your eyes kind of glaze over, and the two of you, Chloe and Folan, as you either continue walking or kind of stop and notice, Opal, you start to get a vision in your head. And as this vision hits you, it does so much like a car. As the Ford Chevy truck comes on, and you start to see visions of what can only be described as nightmares, dark shadows, dark lights, people screaming and running, not being able to get away, not being able to run quickly, not locking the door, people in sort of a terror, and you feel a large weight sort of just smack you right on the chest, and it pushes you back, and you fall backwards as you feel like somebody just punched you right in the chest.
Opal?
She okay?
Are you
How
okay?
far back did I go?
You kind of just like as if somebody punched you. You didn't go flying, you just kind of fell back.
Are you all right?
Hey!
These heels, they're new.
Right.
How long was she just standing there for?
Long enough for you guys to get a few steps ahead and kind of look back and see her, and her eyes did not only glaze over, they did look a little pale as this was happening.
Are you okay? Is your blood sugar low?
Yeah, I definitely skipped breakfast. It's probably a good idea we're going to eat.
Okay. Damn, I wish I had that thing where I knew if people were lying.
Roll Alex.
What stat is that?
What is your move?
Yeah. So for me, it is. So it's interesting. I have like 2 moves for interacting with my sect. They're both my -1 skills. So this one is plus charm. When you are in good standing with your sect at the beginning of each mystery, roll plus charm. On the 10 plus, will provide some useful info or help in the field. 7 to 9, you get a mission associated with the mystery, and if you do it, you'll get some info or help too. On a miss, they ask you to do something bad. And then if I fail a mission or refuse an order, I'm in trouble with the sect until I atone.
Awesome. Let's make a roll.
Yeah.
Plus charm, please. Oh,
that's a 5.
Boy. Okay.
We'll mark that experience.
Yes, please mark that experience. All right, you get a text message from Coach that says, whatever you find out the truth, but convince her she's wrong. Keep it hidden, basically.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Leon, like, he doesn't think anything of that. It's just like, okay, this is what Coach is telling me to do. Got to do what Coach says. And so, you know, as they are walking along, first of all, Wyatt, you would have noticed like Leon gets quieter when it's just the 2 of you.
For sure. I was gonna say for Leon, when you receive the text message, not to be mean, but is Leon capable of walking and reading the message on his phone at the same time?
Oh,
there are some people who can't do it, and I don't fault them at all.
Yeah, no. I'm going to say yes because I do think Leon is very physically capable, and so that's like a coordination thing that he wouldn't have an issue with.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because if you were just walking, Wyatt, would it like? I think Wyatt probably would have just been like, hey man, I just want to say that's really cool of you that you were one of the people who rushed in to help save that girl. You know, like there's very few instances where I feel the need to like look at danger and say, you know, that's not on me. So I just wanted to say, like, there were a lot of people out there, and you were one of the few that I saw rushing forward. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, you see him kind of like putting away the phone, and just like, yeah, I mean, in football, as linebacker, I'm supposed to protect the quarterback, so I've just thought someone needed protecting.
Says a lot about a judge of character.
Wait, there's a judge on campus?
Well, I think that there might be in like the registrar's office, but I haven't checked lately. But no, I don't know. This is my first time meeting you. I think. I mean, I work at the library. Do you? I mean, we got graphic novels and other things, or like movies in there.
I mean, Fullen tells me to go in there sometimes for
your friends
classes.
Fullen.
Yeah, he's helped tutor me for some of my classes.
Oh, wow, he's dating my cousin, actually.
Oh, okay.
Oh, what classes have you been getting tutored in? If you don't mind me asking. I mean, you can say no if you want, but
Oh, I mean, it's the basics of technology.
oh,
You know, they
struggle.
want to make sure that we all know how to send an email.
Look, sending emails not the problem. It's when they tell you all that right-click nonsense and it creates another whole set of menus. Like that's too many buttons. I know, like the iPhones, like they're all like it's easy. Like I push it and it works. That makes sense, kinda. I mean, I don't know. The phone lines still scream when we use the internet back at home.
Your computer screams at you?
No, the phone does. Like you pick it up and it makes like old kind of noise, like right in your ear when you're like beep booping around.
I've never had my phone scream at me like that. I mean, I've had people who are calling me scream at me, but not the phone itself.
I hope they're not screaming at you. You seem mighty nice.
Well, but you know how training goes. You know, it's kind of like, you know, those drill sergeants you see in movies. A little bit.
Oh,
So
like
for
a
the
major
most part,
pain.
sure. Well, if we're in major pain, coaches tell us to stop and go see the trainer.
Oh yeah, no, listen to your body and all that.
Um, but no, the coaches, you know, look out for what's best for us and help us be our best selves.
I've heard that about a lot of folk. I'm glad that you feel that way about your coach.
Oh yeah, coach is the best. All the coaches are the best. They know what's best.
They know better, but I wouldn't say that they know best most times. That's just my opinion. You know, didn't really play a whole lot of football. Didn't toss the old pigskin around often myself, but you know, if you ever need help with anything, I'm over in the library.
Okay. Yeah, I know where that is. Okay.
I hope so. It's one of the bigger
Thank you.
buildings on campus.
Yeah,
All right.
Yes, it is. And you see him like doing a quick look around, like trying to see how big all the different buildings are.
Judging, like, just off of this brief interaction with Leon, Wyatt, I think, is going to be like, all right, so in all seriousness, what are you going to say? You said that you wanted to be the one to tell. What was that girl's name?
Ellen Dillon, and you see him pull out like a slip of paper. Morse Hall room, I think it was 103, 113. Okay, yeah. Well, I gotta ask her something for from for football practice. You know, coaches said to go talk to her. But I can also, you know, tell her what happened out on the quad.
I mean, if anything, just let her know that Marianne needs to talk to her about something. I think that would probably be best for her. You know, that way Marianne's still delivering the news.
Sure. Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, and I think that Wyatt just sort of like gets quiet, keeps walking with Leon. Not a whole lot to get from this guy.
Yeah, you guys make your way into the building and find yourselves on the first floor. You're able to kind of slip in as someone is slipping. Not that you need to like sneak in, but the door, it does lock.
Our fob
to
doesn't
the wings.
work for their
hall. For sure, yeah. And you're able to go in. There are some people walking around. You see, as you walk by, Marianne's room is the first one. And she's kind of like, as you walk by, you see her kind of like sitting there, like prepping herself and pepping her, like, you know, like trying to build her confidence up to like have the conversation with everybody. But she hasn't called a meeting yet. So you guys are able to move over to room 113. There are the door is decorated with their names and a bunch of other little things. The door across the hall is also decorated. You can see that one has the name Becky on it. And then Becky's roommate, Lauren. And there's like just some cute little baubles on there and streamers and stuff. But the door in front of you says Dana and Ellen.
On the way in, Wyatt would have like patted the door for Marianne and just like said like just remember deep breaths, and then like would have just kept walking on, like give her a little bit of like
yeah.
Do I give thumbs up when you're saying somebody on your floor died? Like
yeah.
Appropriate greeting. But yeah, I think Wyatt will I mean he'll let Leon take the lead. He's just part of this.
Yep. Goes up, knocks on the door. And you see that Leon starts like hunching in on himself so that he is not quite so like big and intimidating.
Hey, you need confidence delivering this news, man. Come on.
But you said I wasn't going to tell her the news.
Well, no, I mean like you still can't like just be yourself. I don't know.
The door opens as you two are talking. The girl on the other side has brown hair with like chunky blonde streaks in it. So she's like halfway through straightening it. You get a whiff of something sweet. You can see candles. Not that it matters, but there's a bunch of like Victoria's Secret scents sort of everywhere. And she kind of opens the door and like looks at the two of you and is like, hi?
Hi, Ellen?
Yes?
Hi, I'm Leon from the football team, and like points to the the Knight logo on his jacket.
Okay.
My coaches said that you might have seen something recently, and they wanted me to come ask because they thought that maybe you saw us. They're worried that maybe it was someone sneaking around to try and get into the football coach's office and steal our playbook.
What? This is why it's slow turn.
Like I know he said not to say your roommate's dead, but like Wyatt is just like he's gobsmacked, like he's just looking like blank faced.
Are you talking about the report I filed?
Oh yeah, that must be it.
Oh, it wasn't a person. They're worried about the football team? The football team is worried about this?
Yeah, I mean the football team is very serious business. And it's the middle of the season. We don't want anyone getting our playbooks. We'd have to change everything up, and we don't have time to learn a whole set of new plays.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I saw an animal, not a person. Do you just want me to like go over it again so that like I don't know what information you got?
I don't have the information. But they wanted me to check with you again, see if you had thought of something new. So yes, from the beginning, please.
Like she kind of looks from Leon to Wyatt.
I am so sorry. My name is Wyatt McCreary. I work in the library. I was just here, like, because Leon said he needed to tell you something from the coaches, and we were on our way to breakfast. I'm just as confused as you are.
Okay, I'll go through it just real quick. Look, me and Becky were out. We were partying, and I invited, because Dana's been having trouble sleeping. So I mean, we all have, but I didn't. I mean, if I was in the right state of mind, I guess I probably would have been quieter. But I invited Becky in, and for no reason. And they when we came in, I thought I saw something sitting on Dana's chest, and I didn't know what it was. It looked kind of weird, but I guess by
what
the
do you
time
mean by weird?
Well, I mean, it's probably just like
wings, or
no. I mean, it's probably just like a raccoon or something. You know, like it was like this little thing, this little furry, scaly. I don't know. It was kind of just sitting there, and I screamed, and Becky screamed, and I mean, Dana didn't wake up, so I was just. Then when I turned on the light, it was gone.
You said Dana wasn't waking up?
I mean, she did after I turned on the lights and we were screaming, but like it wasn't like an immediate thing. But this was like a week ago.
And you haven't seen anything like that since?
No. I mean, it was probably just like a raccoon that got in, okay?
Yeah, or, maybe someone in your dorm has a pet cat that they're not supposed to have.
Right.
Well, okay. Huh. I don't know why the coaches told me it was someone trying to break into the office, but glad to know that it was just a pet cat.
Yeah. You kind of hear something behind you, and a girl is peeking out of the dorm room across the way, and she's like, are you okay, Ellen? Like, looks at the two of you, then looks past, and Ellen just goes, it's okay, Becky. They're just checking the report thing I made. It's fine. And Becky's kind of like, oh yeah, that was really weird. It was like a fairy or something, right?
That doesn't sound like any descriptions I've heard of fairies. I mean, they're very small and glow, and they don't say anything.
Well, that's just like there are a lot of fairies in a lot of things. Like in Shakespeare, the fairies were like whole people.
Yeah, like Puck.
Exactly.
But it wasn't that big. It was like I guess the size of like maybe bigger than a bowling ball.
And you think that this raccoon that
it was definitely not a raccoon.
What did it look
like?
Yeah,
it was someone's pet cat that they're hiding in the dorm and they're not supposed to have.
Do cats wear hats?
Have you seen cats wearing hats? I mean, Dr. Seuss is one of my favorites.
It looks to Wyatt.
Wyatt is just like incredulous, like the whole time. Like he either found his new favorite person to just like be like you say, like kids say the darndest things, but it's a whole ass man that just says words that you would never expect.
Leon, Wyatt's your dad now.
Look, Leon's brain, when he's around people he doesn't know, just latches on to the first thing, and boom, the train's gone.
Becky kind of turns to the side, grabs a bottle of of Bath and Body Works spray, and just like douses herself in the hallway. And she's like, "We gotta go to class. Is this like?"
Oh, before you go to class, Marianne, she's your RA, right?
Yeah.
She wanted to talk to y'all about something.
Okay.
Just as a heads up, And if you want to possibly talk more about the raccoon wearing the hat, come to the library sometime. Wyatt McCreary puts his hand out.
She kind of smiles, is like, hold on a second, and goes back in. And you see Ellen is just like kind of rubbing her eyes. She looks really tired. Becky, as peppy as ever, pops over and hands you a slip of paper, Wyatt, and says, yeah, you can call me sometime.
And he will put it into the front pocket of his flannel and just, well, don't be surprised if you get a call from an unknown number later this very evening. Thank you for your time.
She kind of smiles and moves past you into Ellen's room, and Ellen kind of like looks at you, closes the door.
Well, someone in the storm has a pet cat that they like to dress up in hats.
You know, I've seen weirder things. How about, you know what? Everyone else is going to Casa de Pancakes. You want to come along?
Oh, yeah, I am hungry.
Growing
I didn't
boy,
get a
let's go.
chance to eat before.
Yeah. So Wyatt, he is, you know, like, we're going to Casa de Pancake. And just like along the way in one of the silent bits, he's just gonna put Becky's number into his phone. And then he's just gonna shoot her he's gonna send her a message that says, "You got Wyatt," and then a book next to it, like a little book emoji.
Cute. All right, those at the diner, you guys are able to get a seat. The lovely lady who is seats you asks you guys if you want coffee, gets your drink orders, food if you're so inclined. What are you guys doing?
Folan's been very skeptical about that whole situation outside this whole time. But I think as they sit down, says, "Oh right, I forgot about this," and brings up his phone and slides it over to Carrie. Says, "Oh, take a look at this." Show the pictures of the creature and the butterfly.
What is this?
I have no idea.
Is that? Okay. See a butterfly. The rest, I'm not entirely sure what I'm looking at.
You're seeing like a lizard wearing a hat, right?
Okay.
A lizard man, right? Wearing a hat.
Yes, that's
okay.
what
It's not the Rorschach test. I got the video this morning from a friend who wanted me to take a look at it. There was somebody being attacked by one of those in one of the dorms.
Right. And pushes the phone back and is like kind of side eyes Opal and is like, yeah, that's one of your film school friends, right? It's good.
No. I think this might be something on campus.
Oh, let's talk about this later.
No, I'm sorry. That doesn't have to be. I mean, we can talk about it later if you're okay. Didn't mean to embarrass you.
Not embarrassed. It's like,
okay.
Opal's just like in the menu. Like listening to the conversation,
Leans
but
in
like this is weird.
Like leans into Chloe, says, "Is it not okay for me to talk about this stuff in front of Opal?"
I don't think she knows
Oh,
stuff.
well, I mean, it doesn't mean we have to keep it a secret.
It's kind of a lot to take in.
Okay. I mean, why don't we just? Okay, whatever you want to do. She's your friend.
You explain the butterfly and the lizard man in the hat.
I don't know how to explain it yet. I'm still investigating it. Okay. Yes, just art school, definitely.
They're so creative.
The waitress comes over. It's a younger woman than the one who sat you. She's college age. She's your age. And as she goes to put the drinks down, she spills a glass of water on the table, and she's, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry!" And like she quickly grabs a towel and starts wiping it down. And you guys can see that she's got pretty intense bags under her eyes, and she's just profusely apologizing. "I'm so sorry. I'm just been."
It's just water. It's okay.
It's water.
Yeah. Did you guys want some food?
What time is it? Probably
9:30, 9:45.
Are there breakfast appetizers? I'm trying to think of like a breakfast appetizer.
Yeah, that's called brunch.
Like what? What do you order? Like
breakfast appetizer
Pancakes?
is sides, so you typically want to do like a small order of hash browns, or like you can get like the sliced country potatoes as like a starter, a Bloody Mary.
Wait,
that's
do they have
a
like
breakfast appetizer.
Right? A breakfast appetizer, Bloody Mary. Fake IDs, everybody all around. No.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah,
She
I'm old
orders
enough.
like they've got a breakfast poutine. I've just decided
For sure.
and with like
Absolutely.
hash,
Close
like
enough to the
yeah.
border.
Yeah, it's close.
Yeah.
It's fine. They've got a breakfast
Yeah.
poutine that's covered in like sausage gravy with like bacon and cheese and like breakfast potatoes as the base instead of fries. So shorter like 2 of those to start. It sounds really good. Now I'm gonna go.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go
yeah.
upstairs and make this.
You made Indor upset with this. You sound so good. All right.
I want it.
Vegetarian omelet.
All right.
I'll have the killer breakfast burrito, please.
Okay. Yeah, got it. She shuffles off, grabs a cup of coffee as she goes into the back to put it in.
Opal grabs her Diet Coke.
Yeah, how are you feeling?
I'm okay. I mean, usually the dead bodies that I'm around are mummified. So
What you're around mummies?
anthropology, I did like a study abroad in Egypt in a tomb last summer.
Anthropology doesn't get the fresh ones.
That's awesome. So you saw like tombs and stuff while you were there?
Mm-hmm.
What about do you do any research on like curses or anything like that?
Oh yeah, there's like curses etched into all of those things. So we did a lot of research on like all of the like linguistics and things that are associated with all of those like, all the curses and the wording and stuff that they use is important in the, like the way that they etch all that stuff in is. Anyway, sorry, I'm rambling.
No, that's very cool. I was doing some research for a job I was working on, the curse words. Yeah, that sort of thing. Kind of similar,
Egyptian
I guess.
ones.
Yes, definitely.
Well, I mean, like not just Egypt, like there's, really cool like occult curses like throughout, history in general, which is really interesting to see how those travel through time. Like a lot of people, different ancient cultures use like a bunch of different ones. It's like one of my favorite things to talk about, but I know not everybody likes to talk about ancient curses and dead things and old stuff that you dig out of the ground, but I like to do that.
Just very, very quietly to Opal, like, he's dating me.
Are you feeling okay with the fall? And
fall?
the fall?
Oh, yeah, no, I just tripped a little bit. New heels, they're really slippery.
Wonder where
Sips on her
Leon
Diet
and
Coke.
Wyatt are doing.
I don't know. They're supposed to be meeting us. So maybe we don't talk about dead things?
Yeah, that would probably be insensitive, even if they're thousands of years old.
Okay, that was more of a vibe check for me than anything.
I would say Folan would probably receive a text message from Wyatt. Or no, Wyatt would text Cleo because he thinks family plan means something very different. Chloe, yeah. He thinks
Miss
family plan means
Cleo,
something.
coming out for your free reading.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
that's still happening right now, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's 2004. It's
he would text them got done with got done with the football thing incoming in, and then would give like 20. And then a second message, biscuits and grabby, and then a third message, gravy, with a little asterisk next to it.
All right. They take about 15-20 minutes to get there. Folan, in your investigation of the metadata, you would know that it did come from a Shannon Talbot is the person who originally uploaded it. And how much research did you do past that? They do go to your school.
Probably would have looked up the date of the video when it was taken.
Yeah. The date was probably the 1st.
Oh, October.
So 3 days ago. Yep.
Okay. And then if Fallen Got a Name would have done a search for if they're still at the college that we're at. I forgot the name of it.
Car. Hold for car. Yes, they do attend Pine Hills Academy, and they are actually living on campus in Morris Hall.
Is that the one they just went to?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Ask Opal. She knows everybody.
And she's a sophomore.
Yeah, I think maybe Fullen gets his information now. Had reached out to a hack. One of my contacts I picked out with my the Naked City move are other hackers. So maybe got somebody else to assist on that when Fullen got
such a
pulled away.
cyberpunk sounding thing.
Yeah, right. Maybe gets that an email or something with that information.
Okay.
While they're sitting there. It goes, huh. Do either of you know a Shannon Talbot?
I sort of make it a point not to know people.
The name doesn't ring a bell.
Alaska, Wyatt, and Leon when they get here. Some
ding. The door
film school
rings.
Friends. Oh, there they are.
You guys walk up to the booth and slide in.
If Leon gets in the booth, or if he gets the chair like on the end, or would he be sticking? Because he's
like
too large for the booth, but he'd also be sticking out a whole bunch.
Fullen specifically slides over so that Wyatt can sit next to him, so he can share some of this information with somebody who will talk to him about it.
Yeah. Wyatt will get cozy. Whoever makes a room for him, that's a seat. Sorry it took us a little bit to get here, but as always, glad to be here at Casa de Pancake.
Yeah, it turns out someone in Morse Hall has a pet cat that they're not supposed to, and they like putting a hat on the cat.
I don't think it was a cat, Leon.
So,
what else would it have been, unless
I
someone
don't
has a pet
know.
raccoon, which seems even more illegal than having a pet cat in the dorm?
I don't think it was a pet at all. I don't think it
Wyatt,
okay.
explain.
So we go to, we go and talk to Helen and Becky, Ellen. We go and talk to Ellen, right?
It's the accent.
It's all just like it's a more look. Everyone says it's Ellen. There's a silent H. I know it's there. It's just more pronounced in West Virginia. So we go there, and the first girl's like, "Yeah, my roommate or something. I came in, and there was like a thing sitting on her chest, not a person." And that got me thinking, like, all right, like Leon said, maybe it's an animal. And then she couldn't make up whether it had fur or scales on it, which is, it's like an armadillo, and we're a little bit northeast as to where an armadillo can be
Those
found.
are two very different things.
Maybe the cat has leprosy. Maybe it met an armadillo and got
Does
leprosy
it?
from the armadillo.
Okay, I understand that you probably Google searched a naked bear at one point, but I highly doubt that a cat with leprosy has scales like a lizard or was wearing a hat like Becky said.
Hold on. The lizard wearing a hat.
A lizard adjacent creature. Wearing, I don't want to say it was a cat with leprosy, a raccoon with glaucoma, or a lizard wearing a hat. I don't want to point fingers at any of these necessarily.
Glaucoma has nothing to do with your skin.
Could also have been the badger with psoriasis.
It could have. It's a serious disease that affects millions of Americans. However, I don't think it was anyone's pet, Leon.
Well, then why would it be in the dorm?
Fullen has taken out his laptop and is pulling up the video right now to slide it over in front of Wyatt to play the video.
What's this? So one of those random websites you've been looking on?
Just watch the video.
Okay.
And this is the video with like the boosted contrast. To see the creature, and like pauses it at that and says, "I got that this morning."
What? You know what? It doesn't matter what time, unless we know what time the video sent. Looking at this creature. Have I read about this sort of thing before?
Does it look like a lizard wearing a hat?
It looks like a lizard wearing a hat.
Perhaps. Would you like to roll for it, my dude?
I will. I will be using my dice that have little bugs on them.
All right, and this is, I've read about this sort of thing.
Yes, which means that I can roll with sharp instead of cool.
To act under pressure.
Okay. So it's only if I'm under pressure that I add sharp.
Yes, if you want to describe. Yes, for the yeah. So if you would like to sell to me how you're under pressure in this moment, I would like to do that.
I'm under pressure because I just saw a woman die. A werewolf wearing a wizard hat returned a book that I didn't think was stolen. It was section that didn't make sense. Leon is clearly... You know what? Maybe I can't fault him. He means well.
Bless his heart.
I like to think I'm exerting some pressure from the other side of the table. Like, please don't get involved. Please don't.
Yeah.
Please.
What
I
are
don't want
you...
to have to explain this to all of you.
You are trying to do what? What is your main goal here?
My main goal is to find out what this thing is. Like, in the high-res image, it looks like a lizard wearing a hat. Mm-hmm. Do I know of stories about lizards wearing hats outside of Princess and the Frog, which will come out many years later?
I think that's more of investigating a mystery than acting under pressure.
Mystery. Okay. Well,
but you can absolutely put, just as your individual mind, you can put together that, boy, that looks a lot like what was described. You're not sure about the butterfly.
Okay. I would like to use a luck to just make it a 12.
Did you roll poorly?
Yes, I did.
Oh boy. Okay.
Okay, so I've added a luck, and my luck special is that when I spend luck, I discover something happening now is related to something that I was involved in years ago.
Ooh. Okie dokie. So go ahead and ask your questions from the investigate a mystery. You get 2.
Okay, so investigate a mystery. Let me just check here. I don't. I can't click on anything. Hooray.
Oh, wait. Here.
Boom. Thank you. Investigate a mystery. What sort of creature is this?
Okie dokie.
It is a lizard wearing a hat.
It's a cat with glaucoma. That's not. And what's your other question? Or do you want to wait for the answer first?
What can it do?
Okay. You have seen up close Dana. You have felt her chest under your pressure as you were doing CPR. You see in this image and from the story, the creature, whatever it is, sits on sleeping people, much like a cat, and seems to you know that most creatures will do things. I mean, it's probably some sort of animalistic thing. It's either eating or nesting or probably nothing to do with repopulation. But it seems it's most likely doing something to these people as they're sleeping. You can see that it is indeed wearing a hat, which doesn't seem to be something that an animal would do, in that, like, werewolves and creatures that are mostly feelings-based or, like, animalistic-based would not wear a hat, so might be intelligent. And as you are kind of putting 2 and 2 together, you can see that because they have this weight on people, that bruising and that the softness in the chest might not have been from the car accident. It could have been from a heavy weight being on them. And then so it's probably some sort of creature that has intelligence that is feeding off of people somehow when they're sleeping. And then what was the last question? Where did it go?
Yeah. No, it was what sort of creature is this, and then what can it do?
Okay, so a little bit of the same thing. It seems like it can keep people asleep, much like a cat when it is taking a nap with you, and it is either very fast or it can do something to itself to disappear. And the butterfly is a very odd thing to be a white butterfly in this video that you're seeing. So perhaps it has some properties that can allow it to either disappear or change shape or move very quickly. Cool?
Cool. And I think Wyatt will seeing Chloe's or Cleo. Sorry.
No, Chloe's right.
Chloe's right. Fucking God. Okay.
You had it.
Having seen their face looking at Wyatt, so don't you fucking do it. Opal's right there. And then him being like, and Leon clearly has no idea about any of this. He is going to open up a notepad, like a little .txt, and just in plain text, kind of like tick, 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 like everything that he would relatively know, like based on that role. So that way he doesn't have to verbalize and speak it to Fullen, but he can still transmit as much information as he needs to, and then passes over and he says, well, I think that your paper's going to do pretty well now that we've made these edits. So, just give it another look over, and when that happens, just let me know, and we'll figure out how you can get an A in English.
Are they passing this laptop back?
Yeah.
I'm just scooting it back. Yeah.
Opal snatches it. She's suspicious.
Please, thank you. Fallen is having like a stroke right now, trying to figure out.
He moves so quick,
code,
you don't even realize
code
that
is
it's
that
gone
evil
until
must be
it's gone.
exposed, and keeping this a secret is literally going to kill me if I do
As
that.
Opal steals the laptop, Wyatt is just gonna stand up and be like, I gotta use the bathroom, and just excuse himself immediately from this table.
Is while Opal's on the laptop is looking across at Folan like, what is going on? Why did you show it?
So she reads and she's gonna play the video. She reads like what's, because it's the like text file is probably up there first, and she reads through what is on there and then like minimizes that and then plays the video.
I think Leon is like leaning over her shoulder as she does.
And then she'll pass the laptop back to Folan.
That's not a paper. That's a video. Wyatt works in a library. He should know the difference between a video and a paper.
Folan closes the laptop and just sits for and says, please forgive me, Curie. All right. Just going to lay it out there.
Can I get a Bloody Mary?
Have you ever heard of cryptids?
Of course I've heard of cryptids. I'm an anthropology major.
All right. Leon, do you know what ghosts are?
I mean, yeah, they're
okay.
They're
you know what
rich old men that the Scooby Gang busts.
Close.
What
Close.
about
You know the part of Scooby-Doo beforehand? A lot of this was lost in translation back where I was from, but where they think it's the thing, and then they.
Did you ever see Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island?
Right.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so there are creatures out there that are being hidden by the government in a big old conspiracy to
it
keep
might
all
not
of us
be a
from...
government conspiracy. You don't have to.
It definitely is, and I'm working on it. But anyway, there are creatures out there like ghosts and unicorns and zombies.
Bigfoot.
Right. Well, jury's still out on Bigfoot. Anyway,
not out on the Jersey Devil. Spring break last year was a nightmare.
there are creatures out there, and this could be one of those creatures that's attacking people and stuff on campus. I deal with this kind of stuff all the time. I won't speak for other people at this table who may or may not deal with this kind of stuff too, but I do. And so anyway, you don't have to be involved in this, but there may be a connection here to all of that.
Supernatural creatures are real.
But it's a pet cat wearing a hat.
Why didn't you watch the video?
You've literally dealt with these before. I know it. I asked for my...
Wait, what?
You guys hear it clattering under the table? Like some big metal object just fell on the floor.
I think you dropped your phone.
And it's a giant silver short sword.
Where were you keeping that?
And it's at this point, Wyatt shows back up. I wasn't keeping it anywhere. I just got what the hell is that?
Why'd you have a sword?
Lots of reasons, probably.
Why do you have a sword?
Ruby.
I didn't have it when I got here. I left it in my room.
You have a teleporting sword.
It appears when I'm distressed.
Opal?
And it thinks that I might need it.
Opal, we need to talk right now.
I don't think we've been formally
Did you
introduced.
know about this, Curie?
Wyatt McCreary, West Virginia. He puts his hands out to Opal.
That's my cousin. You have a teleporting sword. You knew that the footballman knew about?
Oh, yeah.
Just
and I
turns
don't know
and looks
about
at Wyatt.
anyone else at this table
Shut
other than Liam. Okay.
Shut up.
Well, I don't know about all y'all, but
What do you know?
I if we're having that conversation with folk, I'm more like a strictly into the feminine type.
Wyatt McCreary. What do you know about the supernatural? You have to tell me right now.
I thought
It's
you were saying
entrapment.
don't tell any. All right, look.
Too late. Fallen ruined it.
Well, I have my personal library on campus. I can either talk about it there if you want something like a PowerPoint. Are we
going to show other people the secret library?
There's a secret. What?
Look, it's not.
You have a secret sword. You have a secret brain. You two have a secret library. Why is no one telling me anything?
It's not my secret. It's just his secret library.
You have a secret library.
It's a corner office.
You have a secret library and you didn't tell me.
It's a very literal corner office.
Look, I didn't know what all Grandma had taught you. So I just sort of figured err on the side of caution. But you seem respectful towards the green, so that's fine. I just have a quick point here. Oh yes, no, the biscuits and gravy were mine. Thank you so much.
Can I get
It's
this
just
out of
sucking
salsa
down a
for
Bloody
my
Mary.
burrito,
Yeah.
Actually, I didn't
Yeah.
mean to.
Of course. It's like there's the pause while the plates all go down, and she goes.
And there's just that
Leon
tense
gets
air.
3.
Yeah.
Please make your point.
Point is, for things like this, it is better to err on the side of caution, to not bring people beyond the veil into the fold to see the green and the contrast of green and black, right? That's the principles that most folk live on. For something like this, I can tell you as much as you want about the lands beyond. Do we really want to do this at Casa de Pancakes?
I don't need you to tell me anything, Wyatt.
I know you don't. But do the rest of them?
Are we talking about Scooby-Doo ghosts or like the...
This is Scooby-Doo Zombie Island ghosts, where like the ghosts are definitely real, but then there are also still bad capitalists that wear masks of friendship.
So I won't say anything. Leans over to Wyatt and says, I don't know about Opal, but you could try to explain this to Leon. I don't think it's going to help. I think Leon's just going to have to be along for the ride.
Hey, Leon?
Yes?
You know the cereal boxes that have like Boo Berry and Count Chocula and Frankenberry?
Yeah, no, those are too scary for me.
Okay, but like, say those guys were real. If you met Count Chocula on the
they are
street,
real. I've seen the commercials.
Exactly.
Exactly.
But, okay, so like you've seen the commercials, you know that they're real, Leon. If you saw Frankenberry walking down the street and he's hurting people, what would you do?
Oh, that would be Formation Alpha.
Is that what your coach tells you to do if you see Frankenberry walking down the street?
What is Formation Alpha?
Yeah, it's our special training.
Like I said, government conspiracy starts at the public education level and works its way up.
I'm having a day. I'm just
They're
gonna throw it out there.
football players to be secret supernatural assassins.
They are secret supernatural assassins. Have you seen what's going on in Dallas right now?
I'm
That
just a
Tony Romo
linebacker.
character, he's going places.
Opal,
Why
what
do
is
you have
your
a sword?
what's your position on all of this and your relative knowledge about the conversation that's currently ongoing?
It's just like 1,000-yard stare, like into just like Folan's chest. Is just like,
Well, I didn't know that any of this was a thing until that trip that I told you about like 2 summers ago. That's when I found the sword.
are you cursed?
I don't know if it's cursed,
Do
but
you
it
want
just
to?
follows me now.
Sounds like a curse.
Used it to kill anything.
Yes.
That's so cool.
I didn't. So, long story short, I found it and it glowed when I touched it. And then I, thought that was weird because nobody else around me saw it.
Upright in a stone?
No,
Oh, come on, Wyatt.
I gotta ask these questions. Football man knows what demons are.
No, we were in
The demons, we hate those guys. They beat us.
Thank you for asking that, Wyatt. That was going to be my next question.
12 last time.
Not lowercase d demons. Well, some of them would disagree.
It wasn't in the stone, and then when I went it was like in the museum, and then when I went home I got attacked by a werewolf.
Was it wearing a pointy hat and a trench coat by chance?
No, just run-of-the-mill,
Damn it, no
standard,
connection.
normal, full moon werewolf.
Oh, werewolves don't have scales.
Yeah. And the sword appeared. Then I killed it. Not the sword, the werewolf with the silver sword.
Does the sword like say anything to you? Does it use words like ye and verily?
Or Duck and Newton.
No.
That hasn't happened yet, but I
sword
could
only
not say it
spoke
out
to me-
loud.
The sword only spoke to me one time.
That's
What
still
did
more
it
times than the
say?
swords speak to most people.
Wyatt's gonna go home after this and sleep for like a week.
It was like a long monologue, something about like a path being broken and forged in bone. It's like a whole thing, it's probably
Bolin
not.
also on the side has pulled up his blog and slid the laptop over to Leon. Just to do some light reading, hopefully.
It's like trying to figure out how to scroll on the laptop.
Oh, it's the little thing in the middle of the keyboard. You just hit that up and down.
So so the sword just follows me, and ever since I touched it and it glowed, I randomly get attacked by supernatural creatures.
Did they all say like there can only be one and try and take your sword from you?
No, none of them have tried to take the sword from me. The sword just kind of appears when I need it, or when I'm distressed or stressed in general. It was really inconvenient in that first test in our bio class.
Is that what that sound was?
Reference.
Yeah, it just kind of shows up when it thinks that I need it. So.
And it thinks that you need it now?
Well, I, got a little stressed hearing that all of you know about this stuff, because I didn't realize that. So, sorry.
Do you think everyone at the school knows about this sort of stuff? Is this some sort of
absolutely
secret?
not. There's no way that my roommate knows.
No. Yeah, no. I mean, most of the football team doesn't know. It's just the special team that knows. Wait, I'm not supposed to let you all know that. And Leon tries to slink down and gets a quarter of the way in before he's bumping into all your legs underneath the table.
So
I think there's a sizable number of us here.
At least the 5 of us.
Sort of thing.
I think the 5 of us do. Cool.
Opal, can we talk?
Absolutely.
Now?
Yep.
Oh, they're doing that thing where they use the bathroom together.
Just stands up and walks away.
Ova will follow her.
Leon like slaps on like, dude, you don't talk about girls when they're going to the bathroom.
Why? Everybody does it. There's a whole book about it.
Yeah, but they're going to do secret girl things. Let them have their secrets.
What secrets do you think that they are doing, Leon? And I want to say, like, that's like the cut to the girls doing the thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have a couple of questions.
Go ahead.
How long ago was the sword?
About a year and a half.
Okay. And we didn't know each other before that.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Can I have a lock of your hair?
Yeah, sure. I don't have any scissors, but she'll just walk back over to the booth really fast, grab the sword, and
Yes, because they have this.
she didn't bring it with her to go. It was like a whole weird thing to walk up to a private conversation holding a sword. She just left it in the booth. It just slices off. Part of her
No,
hair
it
at the
appears
back.
in your hand
Hair,
when you
hair
reach
and
for
makeup.
it.
That's the girl secrets.
Ties it up with a black ribbon. Tucks it. Okay. I'm a witch.
Like a real witch?
Like a
or
real
like
one.
Okay.
And it's a little bit of a curse. And so I don't do things that often, because when they go bad, they go really bad. I knew you before I knew you.
Like you followed me on MySpace or
I had a vision. Not anything concrete, not anything really explainable. But you were in it. And then I met you in real life. And you're supposed to do something important. I don't know what it is. But I know it's
that's
important.
what the sword said.
And that's what I have.
Okay. Well, that makes some sense based on the whole, like, sword speaking to me thing. But I can tell you that whole gem later since, But I'm glad that because I really hated keeping the secret from you.
Yeah.
It was heavy.
Yeah.
Well, now we both know that we know.
And now I'll always know who you are.
Yeah. Oh, is that what the hair was for?
Among other things.
I just don't ask questions anymore.
It's for protection.
Oh. Well, I'm like pretty much invincible.
As far as you know.
Yeah, no, I just think that I found out the hard way. I heal really fast and I'm a little more tough than usual. So, you
You have
don't
an
have to worry
advanced
about me
healing
too
factor.
much. It's more like I guess like I just feel like things that would like really hurt a normal person just like kind of glance off me a little bit.
I'm going to want some samples.
Sure. I don't really understand it. It just started to happen. I wish it would have happened before my ballet injury. But okay. Well, this has been a fun brunch.
Yeah.
Well, look. Now at least we can talk about this stuff. I was wondering why you were like hushing Folan earlier.
I don't like to bring people into this stuff if I don't know that they're ready.
Yeah, that's why I haven't told anybody.
I learned about it a little too young, so.
I learned about it a little too late.
Yeah.
Opal just gives Chloe a hug.
Okay.
Sorry, I know you don't love that.
It's okay.
I just felt like I needed one.
That's okay.
Okay, secret girl stuff is done.
Mm-hmm.
And you look over and Wyatt's like getting a top off on his coffee. Oh, thank you so much.
Mm-hmm. She does, again, you guys are seeing her kind of for the first time after the conversation and looks very tired. She's like, oh,
Does
yeah.
Does she look young enough to be, like, is she part of the cheerleader?
She's not a I mean, you don't know if she's a cheerleader or not,
Yeah.
but she is of
Lives
your
in
age.
the dorm,
Yeah.
maybe?
Yeah, she's a student.
Yeah, I think Wyatt would just ask, be like, how wild thing happened at campus today. You holding up well?
Yeah, what happened on campus?
There was an auto related incident where one of our classmates apparently walked into the street.
Oh my gosh.
It was it hasn't been the best day, all things considered. Are you doing okay?
Yeah, no, I'm first more, night classes and early morning shifts just getting to me, tired, but college students are always tired, so
I feel you on that one. That is why this is, and he looks at it, 5. It's number 5 today, but
well, refills are free, so get as many as you need.
I appreciate it. Hey, have you heard of anyone, like a group of folk having rough night's sleep?
I mean,
like, besides college kids as a whole, like, we were talking, there was this gal Becky who was saying that a lot of the folks on her floor haven't been sleeping well. Have you heard anything about that?
well, yeah, I think a lot of us at the dorm have been, I mean, at least on my floor, there's a lot of people have been having trouble sleeping. They think there's something like a smell or something like that, but
who's your RA?
My RA?
Yeah.
Tina?
Oh.
It's the 3rd floor.
Got it. Yeah, I was talking with Marianne earlier.
Oh, yeah, she's the floor below me. Or 2 floors below me.
Oh, all right. Well, thank you. Yeah, if you hear anything, my name is Wyatt McCreary. I work in the library.
Okay, sure. She
delicious.
gives you a nod and heads back to the next table and starts doing coffee.
We come back. I had an idea.
I'm ready for it. Come on, bring it. Sorry.
It's a spell.
Like one of them seance thingies.
Not exactly. More of a scrying.
Divination.
If more than one person has seen this weird thing, I can try to look in on it.
Would doing division and spelling bee help you see the thing that people have been seeing?
Leon magic. Magic division, not math division.
Okay.
What have your coaches told you?
That sometimes players from the other teams get real mean and angry, and that we need to go and stop them from hurting people.
Okay.
So I can try to look in on this thing. But if we know where it's been, essentially, I can try to see what happened.
Well,
Would it be stronger if we did it in the place that we know it's been?
Oh, yes.
I know that the video that I pulled was from a couple of days ago at the same Dermot Morris Hall, in room 204, but they think that it might still be occupied. Can I run I ran the search on Sharon Talbot, or Shannon Talbot.
Shannon Talbot, yeah.
Yeah. Is she the one that lives in 204? Or okay. But she's still alive. Okay. That could be a possible next victim for this thing if it's sitting on people and then they're dying mysteriously later on.
Well, I mean, if you know who took the video, that's another avenue, another conduit.
Can I find who her roommate is? The one that the thing was sitting on? I do that. Pass along that information if that helps at all.
Okay. If we can get in the building, especially if I can talk to her, I can try to really see what happened.
Well, we pull the fire alarm and get everybody out of the building and have free run of the place.
I mean, we just went in and knocked on the door, and that was fine. And I mean, you'd be allowed on that side of the dorm after hours.
Right. You're right.
There may not actually be these rules Leon thinks there are these rules.
Chloe's not about to try to argue with it.
I mean, I don't think we need to pull the fire alarm. We can probably just, wait until they leave and
Fallen,
go
how
in.
did your friend get a hold of this video?
I don't know. I was going to follow up and ask, but these things just get passed around a bit. I can try to find out.
But if she sent it to somebody, if she's worried about it,
she might just let us in.
Exactly.
Maybe. I'll follow up and find out what Black Dog.
Black Dog 156. Dark Dog.
Dark Dog 156.
1567.
I missed the 7.
If she's worried, and we show up saying we could do something. I don't know. I don't really talk to people that seems reasonable.
I think if we are upfront and just ask, hey, have you seen a lizard wearing a hat recently? If she hasn't, we'll sound like crazy folk. If she has, she should be more than willing to help us out.
I found her MySpace. I can reach out on there, send a message, so we don't just all show up at their dorm.
And I really need to make one of those. I'm still on LiveJournal.
God.
That's what the rest of the taller uses. Not my fault.
Okay. That sounds like a plan.
When did we all want to go? Are we all going? Is it a small group of us? Like mid-morning right now.
I'd like to have someone on standby, just in case. Not in the room. Just in case something happens. But as soon as possible. The farther we get away from the event, the harder it is to find it again.
About it. Yeah.
I will. I'll reach
Tonight?
out and see if tonight might work.
All right.
Okay.
So that sounds like a plan.
If she's a night owl, it's better for me. Witching hour and all that.
Well, it also gives me time to do a little bit of research, figure out what we're going up against. Leon.
Yes,
Did your coaches
spoonful of omelet in his mouth.
Did your coaches tell you not to tell other folk about this?
Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to stay just within the special team, but it seems like you all learned without knowing about that anyway, so I think it's okay.
So you didn't tell us? We already knew.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Okay, that just puts a couple things into perspective.
Fullen's new goal is to expose the special squad task force and find out everything that's going on. How much of the school's budget is being given to this group? Who they've trained?
If they're fighting monsters, is that such a bad thing?
It's more just like you want to look at the papers, right? Like it's.
I want to know everything about it. Oh no, I mean, when I say expose, like I don't mean like is gonna try to take down this group. I just want to know more about. If it's a secret, I want to know about it. But that's on the back burner. We have more important things to do.
I need to gather some things.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds like we're going to split up for a bit, do some research, get in contact with some people, and maybe do a little spell time. All right. Thanks. That's how we're going to end the session for tonight. Well, good job, everybody. Great first session.
Solve the
We've
mystery.
done it. Well.
And no one died. Wait.
No one we knew for the most part.
We didn't kill anyone.
Cause it. We didn't.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
That's the goal.
We were not the cause of any deaths.
All right.
We did bring a sword into a Waffle House, though.
That's, well,
Hides
a
it behind
sword
Leon
was in a Waffle House.
It was in a Casa de Pancakes. Thank you.
It was the last bite.
We've renamed it.
Okay, it's Casa de Pancakes. All right.
I like the idea that it used to be Casa de Pancakes and Wyatt has just like never adjusted to the name change.
Yep.
And we're not going to correct him because he's precious.
All right. There are end of session things that we need to do. I will show it to players. There are questions that need to be asked and answered. First thing, did we conclude the current mystery?
Fuck no.
No.
Did
more
we
questions than answers?
Boy, did we. Did we save someone from certain death or worse?
No.
No.
Okay, all right.
Exact opposite.
Wyatt tried really hard.
So hard.
He did. So hard. Did we learn something new and important about the world?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, lots. Did we learn something new and important about one of our hunters?
Yes.
Everything. Yes. All right. Each hunter gets one experience from those questions. And I would like to do stars and wishes at the end of the game so that we can kind of go around and gauge where everything is. And I think next week we'll delve into more of the plot points, the plot twists, as we are trying to solve this mystery. So let's go around and have people say what their stars and or wishes are for from the first episode. Who would like to start?
I'll do it.
All right.
My star is anything to do with Leon. I love Leon so much, and god damn it, was that like the mental gymnastics of just like that has nothing to do with these two unrelated things. Like that takes some serious improv skills off the top, and like for me, that was just one of those like again like that slow head turn of just like what the fuck are you talking about? Like took me so off guard. It was incredible. And then as for wishes, I want to know how to play this game better, and that's for me as a wish, because all of the handouts are there and all of the moves are here, but this is my second ever session of Monster of the Week. It seems fun so far. I just have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. So that's
doing amazing, sweetie.
Yes, you are.
You have the exact right energy.
Yeah.
So that is my goal is learn the game we're playing.
Just
That's
it basically the way I describe it to people is like any sort of Buffy a Monster of the Week show. Something happens, inciting incident. There is something that needs to be dealt with. And then you have to do the research to figure out what it is, what can hurt it, and how to get rid of it, or how to kill it, and then solve the mystery, fix the problem, save the day, save the cheerleader, save the world.
And usually create another problem in the process.
Such is life.
It's fun.
Yes. All right, next up, who would like to go?
I'll go.
All right.
My star is gonna go to Opal. For trying really hard to keep her shit under wraps and then ultimately sabotaging herself by teleporting a sword into a diner. It was awesome. I love that. I love that energy of like, I've got secrets that I want to keep from other people. Am I gonna be the one that ruins that? Yes. I love it. It's good TV. And it's fun to role play with. So well done. My wish is I want to do weird magic stuff. I want to do weird magic stuff. I have some ideas, and I'm excited about them.
All right. Sounds
I can go.
good. Yeah, go for it.
Mine's gonna go to Val/Folan, my star for the evening, for the just blatant, like, I want to tell everybody everything. And like, it's just so funny. Like, oh my gosh, have you seen this video? You have to watch this video. You're being like, ugh, and then being like, no, like, but what? I don't understand why I can't talk about this. Okay, guys, now that we're talking about this, it was just so good. I loved it. It was fun. And my wish is going to be for something spooky to happen at a college party.
Ooh.
That's my wish.
Pretty close to Halloween.
We have to drag everybody to a party because something spooky is gonna happen.
It's the only holiday
think it would be
I
funny.
celebrate.
So on character.
I will go. My star is going to go to Wyatt for putting up with Leon's nonsense and somehow surviving that ordeal. Yeah, because it was. I mean, that was also Leon having to improvise because he realized he hadn't like come up with what he was going to do. Because like if it had just been him, like it would have been less of a thing. But since Wyatt was there as well, it's like, oh, I'm supposed to try and keep it secret from him as well. And yeah, so just being along for the ride and sorry for the whiplash.
Incredible.
Yep. And then wish. I want to have the in-person scene when Leon reports in for like training that afternoon and tells them like, this is what I've learned, and oh, by the way, like these people also know about it, and just seeing how that goes.
All right.
There's your unintended consequence. It's not us solving the murder. It's the fact that the football team's made aware of us. They're
Oh, yeah.
us.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah, 'cause, I mean, right now, Leon is more loyal to the football team than he is to all of you.
All right. I like that.
I'm gonna give a dual star because I'm gonna break the rules. And one of my stars is gonna go to Chloe for putting up just enough resistance and then acquiescing when we decide to take the cat out of the bag with all this information. Enough of
the cat in the hat.
Yeah, the cat in the hat out of the bag. The glaucoma cat in the hat out of the bag. And then my other star is going to go to Wyatt for coming into this with the exact right energy to really just like get shit going, get it moving. Because I love that. And my wish,
Wyatt's gonna succeed in a Monster of the Week setting.
Yeah,
I feel it in my bones. As somebody who's run this game for literally years,
yeah,
he's in the right place.
You need doers. You people are just gonna do the dang thing. And my wish is going to be for Folan to end up with this dramatic confrontation with the football team.
I
trying
also
to
want that.
expose their secret, ending up on the bad side of the special teams.
The special teams.
That's gonna be great.
Look, this is like anime logic with like the student council, how they're like more in control of the nation than the president.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, yes.
This is the Kill a Kill student council.
Oh, I was gonna say this is the Kakegururi student council.
Yeah, either way. Yeah, pick your anime student council. Yeah, that's my wish.
All right. My star is gonna go. It's gonna go to Simon. For probably my favorite quote from one of my favorite movies, which is "We've been having a doozy of a day." Which sums up the character perfectly. But I also enjoyed. I will also give it to Val for the research into the everything I wanted except for the things I asked for during the game. I'm sorry, but yes, computer speech and doing that sort of stuff. It's gonna get fun. So yeah, my wish. My wish is I'm really excited to see the research phase and how this group does it, because we've got an expert and initiate and a bunch of different people doing a bunch of different stuff, and I'm very pleased with how this came together. This is exactly what I wanted from the group. That scene at the cafe choice. But yeah, that's it. We're gonna go around and have everyone tell you where they can find you and what they do on the internet. We'll start off with Simon and go round. Take it away.
Hey, that's me. I'm the Indoor Adventurer. He, him, and if you want to find me, I go by Indoor WTF on Twitter, or you can find me anywhere audio casts or videos on demand are being created under the tag Indoor Adventures. I am the show host and showrunner over at twitch.tv/Indoor Adventures. We do shows very similar to this as well on Mondays and Saturdays at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, as well as pickup games. Maybe I'll build a model kit every once in a while, that sort of thing. We like to have fun over there. But that's it for me. DanaeKeener.com.
Hi, I'm Rachel. Rachel is here on Twitch, where I've been streaming mostly because I'm playing D&D 2 times a week on the internet with my friends, and I'm here playing Monster of the Week on Sundays. You found me. You can find me on Twitter at Rachel is Mess with a Z in the middle instead of an S. That's where my streaming schedule is posted. Next thing I'm doing is on Thursdays, I'm on Nerd Immersion's YouTube channel playing D&D, and on Saturdays, I'm on GGK playing more D&D. And yeah, that's it. That's me.
I go next. Hi, I'm Savvy, or Van. You can find me on the internet at Savvy Seaworth. Wherever you find people on the internet, I'm on Hive Social. I'm on Instagram mostly. I am hanging out in the Game Nights Discord and streaming on twitch.tv/Game Nights Thursdays through Mondays. We play Dragon Age, we play Parslings, we play some Monster of the Week with some good sidey mixed in. And we also play some good old Dungeons and Dragons, which I run on Saturday mornings. And then I'm here on Sunday nights.
Hello, I'm Alex, OMG It's Some Guy on the internet, mostly over on GGK Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then here Sunday evenings for these shenanigans.
I'm Val. You can find me at Kraken's Crown around the internet, lurking places. I'm also over GGK. When I'm not here, Thursdays through Mondays, I run 2 games on the channel. One is a Dragon Age game, which you can come join us for on Monday, playing the Dragon Age tabletop role-playing game, and they're doing some heisting stuff right now, and have infiltrated a party to steal some weapons. And then on Saturdays, I run a game called Ward 47. We play Parslings, and we just started our season 2 of that. So come hang out with us with that at 5 o'clock Eastern time on Saturdays. That's me.
And I'm LB Hackemup. You can find me at LB Hackemup on the Twitters and Twitch, which is where you found me. Unless you found me on YouTube, then like the video, I guess. I don't know. I'm going to be live next on Indoor's channel. We're doing our D&D game tomorrow. Then I'll be on GGK on Thursday. On Tuesday. On Thursday, I will be on Nerd Immersion with Rachel. And Friday back here for more Resident Evil 3, which I'm super excited to get into. It's a scary game. I've jumped a lot and yelled a lot so far. But we'll be back here next week for episode 2 of this game, where we will be getting into the research phase and the finding clues phase. I'm excited to do it. I'm excited to be about it. And thank you guys for playing with me. Thank you for watching. If you're watching this later or live, whatever, I'm just glad you're here. I guess until next time, I'm LB Hackemup. Hack recklessly. Bye-bye.